am going to complete the syllabus. So this is the plan, that is management and organization. Under that, general management, management process, organization, planning and control, then control, human resource planning and management. So these things are there under the management and organization heading. I plan to complete these much topics by means of 15 hours. And next is management and physical resources. In that, the construction of the plant, where we have to construct the plant, then which material, how I got the material, transportation material, like those things, which is the project, then evaluation, how can I perform the evaluation, then how can I communicate it in a proper way by means of modern techniques, by means of information technology. So these things I plan to complete by means of 25 hours. Why? Because in the case of evaluation, we have to deal with somewhat interesting sections like CPM, PERT, like those things. Okay, so those things are much more interesting. So I put more hours for this management of physical resources. So if this second session is over, means nearly to about 75% of our EM is over. And next is the group B. In that, the financial management, where the ledger, that is bookkeeping, we simply call it as bookkeeping, that is debit, credit, etc. That you have to write it in a proper way. So that we have to practice. I put there 10 hours there, and the remaining 3 are very, very simple, and I can complete it in the means of 6 hours. And finally is the important session, that is the revision. And my plan is to complete the entire syllabus by the mid of May. And after that, we have to spend the time for conducting the revisions with the help of previous year's question papers. So this is my plan. Are you satisfied with this plan? Okay. Okay. So today I come up with the introduction. That is the first topic. That is general management. Okay. So what is your concept based on? Yes, sir. Your for revision, will you give? Will be giving previous year's question papers? Yeah, Nitish. That means I come up with the previous year's question papers. That is my plan for conducting the revision. I shall try to get more question papers so that I shall include the questions, or I shall expose you some of the questions at the end of a somewhat session. Say after completing our first session, say management and organization, I shall come up with certain questions from previous university papers based on management and organization. So I shall try to do like that so that it will be useful for you also. Okay. Otherwise, if I doesn't go like that, means it will be a great burden to you because it is full of theory. I shall put certain tactics also. That means uh, our ultimate aim is to get the good score, isn't it? Am I right? Yes. So since it is a theory paper, we have to put forward certain tactics to recollect all these things in our mind. That means we have simply writing the gas means it will not be fair to carry good score good marks. So to score good marks, the points are essential. So we can recollect those points by means of certain stories. So by recollecting that story, you can write everything. So like that, my plan. Right, that is my plan that you can experience. So first of all, you give me what about your opinion based on engineering management? Any idea? All of you are working peoples. Everybody have management. what your management is performing. Okay, all of you are typing there. Let us see what they are writing. Muhammad Nidish Polraj is typing, mainly doing functions of a manager. Okay, from your side it is fine. Managing the organization to get the output. Yes, fine. That is, first of all, the manager, then output is the another factor. Manager, output, then using engineering, how you are managing, how the managing things. Okay, that is engineering application. We have to put to manage the situations. Okay, fine. And planning, organizing, directing, and controlling. Okay, the Polraj is writing, giving things done to achieve the objectives of the organization. Okay, giving things done to achieve the objectives of organization. Yes, that is also fine. Getting things done to achieve the objectives of organization. Yes. Then, so these are the concepts that is within your mind. So it is right. No problem is there. The engineering management to manage and carry out the activities in engineering organization effectively and efficiently. Yes, right. Not only in engineering. Okay, I shall give you the correct expression regarding the engineering management. 1 minute, let me refresh my page. Some problem is there in for my page. Engineering management can also be defined as human action, including design to facilitate production of useful outcomes from a system. Yes, right. Based on your experience, yes, what you said is right. And then, first of all, from where this engineering management is derived from? The engineering management is actually derived from industrial engineering. Industrial engineering. That means, first of all, the management techniques are applied on industries for getting what? For getting more output. For getting more output by using less resources. Am I right? By using less resources, they are trying to get more output. But that same process is utilized by means of all the organizations, not only by means of industry in nowadays, by means of even the colleges, educational institutions are also trying to use this engineering management, which is formerly used by industries. Okay, now we can go through the first slide so that it will be much more clear to you. 1 minute. Engineering management. It deals with design, improvement, design, improvement, and installation of man, machine, materials, and energy. So you have to design or improve and install whatever things that you are going to manufacture, that is to be installed in a proper way. How? By coordinating man, machine, materials, and the different forms of energy. And this tackling of all these things, or this coordinating of all these things, comes under the section engineering management. So for that, knowledge in mathematics, social science, physical, together with the engineering analysis and design are required for making a good engineering management. Next is the role of an industrial engineer is what is primarily that of making a good management. Okay, that is, if an industrial engineer is engaged mostly in the design of a system means he is trying to, his main function is to give good suggestions for good conduct of the management. That is the first job that he has to perform. That means you might have heard about the problem that is taken place at Maruti Udyog Limited. Am I right? 2 years back, some problems was there. Why? Because of the poor management there. Because of the one strike is there. Strike was there. Okay, that is because of the poor management. Okay, that means the industrial engineer who is tackling that situation is not fine. That's why the striking is happened. Striking was happened. So an industrial engineer must have a good knowledge and he should tackle the situation. That means he should manage the situation in a proper way. Then, if an industrial engineer had to focus on productivity, say Maruti is planning to deliver 1,000 car per year. Suppose 1,000 car per year. Previous year it was only 500. That means it is going to double. So what things he has to do to improve that production? Okay, you got it what I am saying. That means another role of industrial engineer is to increase the productivity. So what are the additional things that he wants or he has to collect? Who has to collect? Industrial engineer has to collect. That are human efforts, energy in any of its forms, materials, raw materials, and more capital is required. So he has to calculate how much capital is required, how much raw materials are required per year, what are the different forms of energy required for the increasing output, then how much labors are also required. Okay, so those things he has to made it in a proper way, in such a way that efficient use of resources must be taken place, and also no waste should be there, and also no waste should be there. So that is the role of an industrial engineer. He has to collect these much inputs in such a way that it should be effectively used without any waste. You got it what I am saying? So basically, in short, we can conclude this slide like this. Mainly, two jobs are there for an industrial engineer. Which are they? Can you? Basically, two jobs are there for an industrial engineer. One is if he is engaged in a design field means he has to make up a proper management. Otherwise, what will happen? Strike will be there. Next is if the Maruti car is going to be increased by means of 500 to 1000 means, that means productivity is increasing. So what he have to do? He has to increase the input there. What are the inputs? Human effort, energy. But these inputs have to be given in such a way that it should be effectively used without any wastage. That care also be taken by means of industrial engineer who is concerned with the productivity. Clear? So industrial engineer may be worked in that phase, and also he may be worked in action phase also. Why I called it like that? Let me take a whiteboard. I am saying that industrial engineer is working at a dead phase and at an action phase. The dead phase of a product means what? Design. That means the product will be on a piece of paper or in a computer file. Am I right? The product will be in the paper file or in a computer file. It will not have its birth. That is dead phase. In that field also, industrial engineer has to work. For what? For proper management. For proper management. Okay. Next is action phase. That is production. Production. Where a new product take its birth. Okay, that's why we call it as action phase. And here, what is his role? Effective use of resources without any wastage. So this is somewhat deals with the engineering management. So I think you all get what is mean by this industrial engineering, sorry, engineering management. This slide is okay, isn't it? Okay. So I am moving to next one, that is regarding with the roles of an industrial engineer. Role of an industrial engineer. So he must be an advisor. That means he is going to, one party is going to make up a new product. Okay, at that time, the industrial engineer who is in charge of that company will say that yes, that product is good. Sometimes you say that it is not a good time to start that business. So an advisory committee will be there. Next is advocate will be there to get the rules and regulations. Next, that means that also be done by means of industrial engineer itself. These are the roles of an industrial engineer. He must be an advisor. He must be an advocate. That means he must be fully packed with the various rules and regulations. Next is he is a good analyzer. That means he should explore or he should clarify all the functions of that product. He is a good analyzer. Next is a boundary spanner. That means some links are not there by connect before connecting from one unit to another unit. That means the communication gap is there from lower level to middle level. If such a communication gap is there, means what will happen? Surely the organization will comes down. So it is the industrial engineer who has to make up a bridge between these two. Okay, that is called as boundary spanner. That means he has to solve the problems at the shop floor, at the middle level, and at the top level also. So that is called as the boundary spanner. Got it? What I am saying? That is bridge the information interest, that is gap between the industrial engineering and the user, that he has to clarify. Next is he should be a motivator. That means, yes, that means say a group of individual, a group of workers will be there. You have to give some motivation. Yes, this product is a good one. It is because of that, because it is because of your effort that product becomes a successful one. Like that, some motivations must be given. That is somewhat tactics put forward by the industrial engineer. So that also be done there. That also be a role of a industrial engineer. Next is a decision maker. That means if a complex problem is there, he has to make up a decision. Okay. So ultimately he must make up a decision which should be easy, sorry, it should be satisfied to the workers as well as to the top management. Next is he should be a good designer and planner, and then he should be a good coordinator and innovator or inventor. That means he should generate new, that means advanced technologies. That means say one person is here who is working in one industry, and some similar industry is here also. So competition surely will be there. So he will visit this industry and find out what are the things happening there, and he will try to implement these things here also. That means he will try to invent new things by seeking the help of others, or by seeing that here he will improve that and apply it over here, so that he can make good product than this industry. So that is, he should perform the functions of an innovator or an inventor. Then he should measure. That means obtain data and facts about existing conditions. Say the Hyundai is coming with a new small car. Suppose he is coming with a new small car, and it is saying that uh, nearly about 30 kilometers per liter mileage is shown. Then the industrial engineer of Maruti has to measure that whether it is right or not. Okay, that means You should not be blind on the instructions or the manuals which is given by certain other companies. We has to check it whether any fact is there or not. Okay. After that, that also be done with the, by means, sorry, that also be included along with the role of an industrial engineer. That means he should measure the data. Next is project manager. That means operate, supervise, and evaluate the projects. Okay, so those things are also be done by means of the industrial engineer itself. Then he should be a good trainer. He should be a good data gatherer that I already told you. He should collect the data from nearby industries, and he should be a good negotiator. That that means he should. Sometimes the workers say that yes, I want 1,000 rupees extra. Then he should negotiate itself. It's a, it is not possible for the company to give. I shall give you only 500. Like that, he should negotiate. So these are the roles of an industrial engineer. So it is difficult for us to remember all these roles in order. So what I am going to use is some other thing that means easy to remember. We can make up a story here. Say, all of you ready? Okay. So two, one couple is there. Okay. Husband and wife. They are going to divorce. Okay. So first of all, another friend is there. He will advise him. It is your one of your life. Please don't do like that. He will advise it. So first function over. Advisor. Okay. But he can't advise them. So they try to meet an advocate. Okay. For filing a case. So advocate comes. So the industrial engineer must be a good advocate also. Okay. Next is advocate collect the fees and he told them that yes, I want to study this situation. Okay. So he will analyze that situation. Okay. So he should be a good analyzer also. So first of all, the friend comes the advice, then they reach the advocate, then he analyzed the situation, he studied that situation. Then after that, again, this advocate tried to make up a bridge between these two. Yes, will you join? So that is called as boundary spanner. Okay, that is making a bridge between these two. Next is again he will motivate them to make up a bridge. Okay, again he motivator. Then ultimately they are planning that they are taking the decision that they will not join. Okay, so decision maker is there. They decided not to join. They are willing to separate. Okay, so at last the advocate says that okay, we can file a suit there, case file there. Okay, so he will design a case file. Okay, that is design section also be done by means of a industrial engineer. And then next he coordinate and everything, that is this is the date of a date of the, you have to come to the court, like that he did everything, so he coordinate and everything. Okay, then at last again he tried to make up a plan to join this one. That means he is going to find out some other innovative ideas. Okay, again he is trying to join them innovative ideas. Then he said that 6 months are required for divers. You already 3 months are there. You already reached only up to 3 months. So that he measure some months there. Say only it is only 3 months. Actually 6 months are required. So the measure also comes there. So next is finally they went to some other trainers to clarify whether the 6 months is required or not. That is trainer. And they then the trainer also says that it is what the advocate said is right. You must require 6 months. Okay. Then they collect the data from his friends who already divorced. So data gathering is done. Then one of his friends says that Yes, I get divorced by means of 4 months, so you can go like that. So he come with the negotiations with the advocate. So everything over. So first of all, the friend comes with an advice to join the couple. Next, they are not joining, so they meet an advocate. He will study the case, that is analyze. He will try to make up a bridge between them, that is boundaries manner. Next is he will again motivate them to join. So his entire things are closed. Next, they will conclude to a decision. Yes, they want to divorce. So he design a file, case file. Okay, he coordinate everything. After that, again he tried to put certain innovative ideas to make them join. So he come with a 6 months case. That means measure. He measure that 3 months already reached. Next is they reach to some other trainer. They reach to some other trainer to inquire about this 6 months. Then trainer also say that yes, you want 6 months. So he collected data from other friends who already divorced. He told him that only 4 months are required. So from that, again he come and negotiate with the advocate. So these are the roles of an industrial engineer. Is it okay? So you have to get the roles of an industrial engineer. You have to keep it in mind the divorce of a couple. Then everything will come in mind. Let us see now. You can give me the step by step. Can you help me? That is the first one. Yes, advice. Second one, friend is advised. Then yes, advocate. Okay. Third one, yes, good analyzed. Yes. Fourth one, yes, bridge. Yes, yes. That is boundaries manner. Yes, if the boundaries manner word is not reached to your mind means you can say that bridge former. Next, fifth one. After trying to make up, yeah, before that he will motivate again. After making the bridge, he will motivate again. Yes, join. Again, he will motivate. So that is also there. Motivate. Yes. Sixth one. His entire stock over. Okay. So finally they go to his decision. Yes. Decision. Next. Seventh one. Yes. Decision over. So they come to a decision. So what shall you do? Yes, he will design a file. Case file. Yes. Next one. Yes, he will coordinate. He will coordinate. Yes. Next is before that, before measuring, he will get one innovative idea in his mind. Yes, I shall put the innovative idea. That is also there. Inventor or innovative idea. That also there. After that, measure comes. That means okay, 3 months. Okay. Next is to clarify it. They meet a trainer, isn't it? They meet a trainer. Yes. Yes. After that, the trainer also say that it is what they collect, what they get from the advocate is right. Then what they do? They went for one. They meet with one of the friend who already get divorced. That is data gatherer. That is also there. Data gatherer. Yes. Last one is negotiator. Okay. So the role of industrial engineering will come to the mind. Okay. Role of the industrial engineering will come to the mind if you remember the story, divorce of a couple. Okay, into the slide. Next is, what are the various applications of a Vishwajit? What happened? Writing sorry there. Vishwajit, are you there? I think you have some internet problem, isn't it? Oh, okay. Anyway, you please go through the recorded session, okay, Vishwajit? One of the interesting session is over. Ah, yes, you told me that you shifted from Bangalore to Uttar Pradesh. Okay. So, applications of an industrial engineering. Let us see. Industrial engineering was mainly applied to manufacturing engineering industries. That I told you before entering to the first slide. Industrial engineering is basically meant for manufacturing industries. For what? Methods of production, to develop work standards, and to formulate production control and wage policies. For those purpose, we are uh, using the industrial engineering or engineering management. Once revise, please. Okay, Vishujit, I shall revise it at last. At last, I shall revise it. Okay, Vishujit. I shall wind up the class now because this is the first class. Okay, only this much slide will be there. Later on, use of industrial engineering also spread to non-manufacturing activities such as construction, transportation, farm, airline operations, and maintenance, like those things. So that also is be taken use of the industrial engineering. But basically, what we are going to study is based on industries only. We are not considering these things. But according to the present stage, we are using that industrial engineering in these fields also. Okay. Next is, in an industry, besides the production, that means basically here what we are written is formulate the production control and wages and production. How can I improve the production? Like those things are done by means of industrial engineer. Okay, industrial engineering. But nowadays, in an industry, not only for the production, but also in other departments like finance, purchase, industry relationship, marketing, in all these things, certain strategies are developed. Strategies developed means industrial engineering or management principles are going to apply. Okay. So applications of industrial engineering is generated from the industry and reaches to marketing, finance, purchase, and industrial relationships. Industrial relationships. Okay. So these are the various applications of industrial engineering. In short, we can conclude the slide like this. Industrial engineering is basically meant for production section, but it is nowadays it is used in marketing, finance, purchase, and industrial relationship sections also. For what purpose? For effective use of resources and for conducting good managerial function. Okay, so these are the various applications of industrial engineering. So is it clear to all this slide? Okay, fine. Okay. So since it is a first class, we can wind up today. And by next class will be on Fridays, so that it will be much more relaxation to you all. Lot of foreign peoples are here, so I think that most of you are free on Friday. Am I right? What about others' opinion? Or yes. Yeah, at 7 p.m. Yes, because I got lot of requests from all. That means Friday is a holiday for foreign peoples, and other days they have to work up to 8 o'clock, so they miss 1 hour. So I think that Friday means it is a good time. Today also a lot of people can't join because of since the class is on Thursday. Yeah, okay, I shall summarize the class. So I shall take a whiteboard to summarize the class. I want all of your help to summarize the class that what we discussed today. So first of all, we deal with the engineering management. What is the basic function of an engineering management? 1 minute, I shall write up a writing there. Engineering management. Okay. So two type two functions are there for an industrial engineer. One is in which field? One is in which field? All of you, please give me this. Yes, one is in design field and other is in, yes, yes, Nitish, what you said is right, but that is in inner part of the design. Okay, production. Next, what is production? In design, what he is going to perform? In design section, what he is going to perform? Yes, management. Management. That means he has to make up a proper management rules to tackle lot of situations there. That means managerial function he has to perform. So that is the role of a industrial engineer if he is taking care of design. Next is production. What he has to do in the production section? Okay, okay. He has to improve the productivity. How? What is his role in increasing the productivity? What is his role in improving the productivity? The various inputs. No, no. Yes, this is actually not in the class. Yes, what Nitish said is right. That is less wastage with less resources. Yes, less wastage with less resources. Okay. And then what are the additional things he want? That means what are the inputs he want? What? Yes, investment is required. Then man is required. That is manpower is required. Yes, right. Human power is required. Then additional raw materials are required, isn't it? Materials are required. No, no. Cost doesn't comes under that one. That is comes under the investment itself. Capital investment. Okay. Yes, energy. Energy. These are the inputs. Yes, energy. So these are the inputs. He has to utilize all these things in a proper way, effective way. Okay, with the zero wastage. That is his aim in production. Is it clear to all? After that, we learn. Yes, okay. Vishwajit, are you there? Clear. This is the first slide that we discussed today. Next is what we discussed next is roles of an industrial engineer. For that, we use the story of divorce of a couple. So that we discussed right now. That is, first of all, the two peoples are going to divorce. So one of his friend come and advise him not to divorce. So first one is advice. Yes. Second one, no, his step failed. So what is next thing? They will meet. Yes, advocate. Then what is next one? Advocate, what shall he do? Advocate, study those things, isn't it? Study all these things and files. And that is, he said he will analyze. Yes. Fourth one. After analyzing, what shall he do? He try to solve the situation. How? By making a bridge between these two. Okay. Yes. Boundary spanner. Boundary spanner. That is called as a bridge former. Okay. Next one. Then what shall you do? He simply makes the bridge means nothing will happen. So he has to motivate them. He has to motivate them, isn't it? So that is next one. Motivation. Then what about the sixth one? Yes. His entire thing failed. They decided to diverse itself. Yes. Decision maker. Decision is made. Decision maker. Then seventh one. So what shall he do? He will make up a new file. That is case file is going to design. Yes, he will design a case file. Next one. He will coordinate everything. Okay. He will coordinate everything. That is, yes, this day you have to come to the court. Yes, like that everything is over. After that, yes, he will come with somewhat innovative ideas. Yes, innovative ideas. What is that innovative idea? That means 6 months is required for diverse. That means he measure the that he measure and found that only 3 months is reached. Okay. After that, what shall he do? What they do? Yes, they try to meet one of the trainer and discuss, ask about that. Is the 6 months is required? Yes. Then the trainer also says that yes, 6 months is required. Then what shall they do? Yes, they gather the data from one of their friend who already divorced, and he told them that yes, I get divorced by means of 4 months, so no need of waiting for 6 months. Yes, then they will go for a negotiation with the advocate. So these are the various roles of an industrial engineer. That means he should be a good advisor, he should be a good advocate, he should be a good analyzer, then he should be a good bridge former between the lower level and middle level. He should motivate all the level peoples. That means middle level, upper level, and bottom level people should be motivated. Then he should be a good decision maker. He should be a good designer. He should coordinate everything. He should provide innovative ideas. He should measure the task that he is going to perform, and it is already performed. And next is he should be a good performer, and he should be a good data gatherer from other industries, and he should be a good negotiator. So these are the roles of an industrial engineer. Clear to all? Okay. After that, we learn the applications of an industrial engineer. Applications of an industrial engineer. Industrial engineering. Basically, the industrial engineering is meant for industries for improving the production. But nowadays, it is not only for the production, but also by used by means of other departments like finance, then purchasing, marketing, like those sections are also used in this one. So these are the things that we learned today. Since most of the friends are not here right now, so I am going to, yes, basically nowadays the construction field, farm field, airline field are also using, but that is not at all a part of an industry. But what we are going to do, we are going to study in coming classes is based on industries. Okay, so we are considering only the industries right now. Okay, what Nitish written is right. So that's all regarding with today's class. Actually, I come with the entire topic of engineering management, but since a lot of your friends are not here right now, that seems to be difficult for them. So we can continue the same topic on next class.